welcome to the first edition of Tat Talk with Kelsey Sprinkle. I'm so excited about this podcast. We've been talking about it for some time. It is an opportunity for you to ask your tattoo artist any question that you'd like. And so, how did we get these questions, Kelsey?
So I put the email out there, so it's our business email. It's the Ram's Horn. It's like one whole word, all lowercase, no punctuation, nothing, at yahoo.com. And of course, our clients use that for their appointments, but also if you want to add your question to the roster of questions, in the bag, I've been just writing them down and then just tossing them in the bag.
Yeah, so your questions remain anonymous here.
Yes.
Just go ahead and email them.
Yes.
So let's start.
Yeah. Go ahead. And if you can't read it, I'm sorry. Or do you want me to read it?
I'm going to read it. You draw it.
Okay.
I like this element of surprise so much because she doesn't know what's coming.
So it's like the ASMR of the paper.
Some people are into that. Okay. What's the difference between neo-traditional and new school?
So a lot of the neo-traditional is very heavily based on old school traditional work. So like bold outline, limited color palette, but just with a slightly modern twist. So it's, the way I explain it to people, it's traditional, but with a little more detail. So I would say all your stuff, except for maybe the potion bottle itself, might be tiptoeing into neo-traditional, but a lot of your other works, and especially on your upper arm there, very old school traditional. So like really simplified, really bold, but then neo has just more going on a little bit, and more of a open range color palette.
Okay.
So there's like this traditional bold, and then neo is just...
You can go beyond.
Yeah.
What are the colors, real quick, I'm going to add my own question. What are the colors in traditional?
So old school traditional, typically it's black, like a very, like muddled, I say muddled, but like very muted green, like an ochre yellow, solid red, and I believe that is it. Was it yellow, red, green?
I've always thought of them like that, and I've always also kind of thought of them as German colors. Sometimes I think of them as Christmas colors, but I'm guessing there's like some kind of German history or something like that maybe with those colors. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think it might be just random correlation.
Yeah.
But just old school colors, you can cheat a little bit and like throw blues and stuff in there, but just buy the book. Typically, at least this is how I grew up being taught. It's the black, red, green, and like an ochre yellow.
Yeah. I think the neo-traditional sounds a little more spicy and a little more something that I would get from you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the next question. ASMR, here we go.
Oh yeah. Hold on, we gotta shake it. Shake it good. I didn't hear it. Oh, they're all stuck together.
Got lots of them in here. All right.
Yeah, and if you can't read it, sorry.
You have the most beautiful handwriting I could.
Girl, what?
What are some insights as a business owner, and what are some advice or things that you have learned?
It's a lot harder than what it looks. It's very rewarding. Going into it, there's a lot to learn, and every business is going to have different rules and different necessities and knowledge behind of how to operate. But luckily enough, I have a great support team and whatnot, and sometimes people on the inside can kind of help guide me a little bit on what to do. But as a business owner, this is my first time. It's very hard, but if you're a person that doesn't have their shit together, then it's probably not for you.
That's duly noted. Very good advice. Also, love that you just gave props to your team. I think every good business owner is a good business owner because they have a powerful team behind them. I always see you pumping up your team online. Kudos to you.
Thank you. And if we want to be doing what we do, if you don't have a strong team, don't have a strong backbone, then what do you produce?
Yeah.
And it's just hard work and dedication, but it also is just working together and making the dream happen, and just being organized and make sure you pay your shit on time.
She dots her I's and crosses her T's too. I know I've said that many times in the past, but when you walk into the Ram's Horn, you will be expected to dot your I's and cross your T's as well because, they protect themselves and you in all the health department and, just everything. Like, I know that some people get scared about these things because there are people that just operate without dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Yeah. So, expect that to happen. All right, let's do 3 more.
3 more. Oh, hold on. We get 12. They were separate, I promise. I'm not going to look at it.
And we'll save some of these for the next time that we are on too.
We got bonus 2.
Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, so why no babies, toddlers, or children at the shop?
There's no absolute rule, but I feel like, like a state rule, there's no absolute no. But I feel like, let's be real, it's a very hygienic place.
Yes.
Children typically aren't. And we're very focused and working on people, like a very permanent procedure. So on the side, if we're kind of having to babysit people's kids, it's not my job. Like children, that's fine. But there's a time and place for every. It sounds so mean. It's not sounding like.
Well, at first I was reading that question and I thought it was like, why no babies? Like for you, I'm like, what?
But it's not to sound like fuck them kids or nothing. But it's a very adult location.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a time and place. Please leave your children and babies and toddlers at home, specifically being watched by someone. Don't. And also, this has happened where people have left their kids in the car. Yeah. Anyway. Different story time.
Yeah, wow. But this is also, like what I was just saying to you in the green room earlier, like I was feeling like, man, it's time for a tattoo for me because this is my out. It's like a personal time, like meditation, being one with, yourself. I don't want to hear a screaming kid, and I know you don't want to lose your concentration. Please don't lose your concentration.
Or if like a kid's running around, breaks something, zoop.
Yeah.
We do pierce kids' ears, though.
Okay.
So just PSA, only bring them in if they're getting like their ears pierced or something. And we can go on a separate tirade on that of what people would need to get that done.
Okay.
But only bring your kids if you're planning on getting their ears pierced, but elsewise, please leave them home. It's just hygiene purposes. We try to keep things clean, and it's a biohazard stuff, and just concentration and just mindfulness of other people around in the shop.
She's so professional. She really is. Okay, so the double whammy. Tattoo schools, apprentice shops, what's the difference?
So tattoo schools, they can be, this is a very recent thing that's come about. This was never a thing for a hot minute forever. And mind you, I'm still, preface everybody, I'm still young in the tattooing realm compared to some people who've been tattooing way longer than I have. So this is just my 2 cents. I could see that being beneficial to people, but unfortunately, a lot of tattooing schools are actually scams.
So, are there any tattooing schools here? I guess I don't want to call them out, but is that possible locally? Like, is that a thing here around the area?
Possibly. I haven't really delved into it.
Yeah, I haven't
seen
seen
like
any of those
advertisements and stuff of people. I can see maybe it could be like beneficial, but I'm gonna be real. The information is also free if you delve deep enough into the internet. But I feel like just straight up period apprenticeships are the peak lesson learning experience.
What goes behind an apprenticeship?
So usually, at least for me, went into a shop that I really loved, and that it was my favorite shop that I trusted and that I went to from the get-go. And it's also where I got my first tattoo. But you want to show that you give a fuck. Can I curse? Sorry, I already cursed.
It's yours.
That if someone were to come to me, hypothetically, I'm not taking in apprentices, but you want to show that you give a damn, that you want to be there, and that you have the drive, you have the ethic, you have the artistic experience, and especially right now with an incredibly saturated market, it's overwhelmingly saturated and not in a good way. to where you got to prove your worth. And with apprentices and apprenticeships, you don't get paid straight up. Like, it's just more, you're there for the experience. Starting off, you pretty much have to do what you would call like bitch work. So you have to, you learn the respect, you learn the routine and the how-tos slowly but surely. It starts from like the crap stuff that no one really thinks about, like picking up and like mopping, sweeping, the responsibilities of it all, and then you slowly get introduced to the ways and like introductory of like, okay, you start small, here's like you practice this, and you'll have like essentially kind of homeworky type of stuff to where you have these tasks that your mentor will in fact like give you, and you just have to prove yourself that you're worthy of being taken on as the apprentice.
I remember you as the apprentice in that tattoo shop that you were speaking of. It was a beloved one of mine as well. And I remember seeing you mopping the floors. And I remember asking your mentor, I was like, what is this doing to help her? And like you just said, it not only shows the routine and I guess the hard drive behind it, but the same thing, cleanliness. Like this is a big thing in tattoo shops. If you look around and you see like dust even and grime, I would be weary. I don't know. I've seen, like you said, it's very saturated. So to me, I'm like, go to the cleanest one. Be safe. All right. I think we have time for one more question.
Quick. Next one.
Next one.
Next. I know.
ASMR time. Little paper. Okay.
She's like, ma'am, not 5. Just want the 1. There we go.
When having a consultation, what should I bring or not bring?
So going back to the children, babies, everybody under 18, please just leave them home, not in your car by themselves, but just bring yourself, or if it's someone that's coming with you, to make it like have an appointment with them, for instance. Bring not only yourself, but also bring your, just on hand, get your references ready. Like, this is kind of what I want. Here's my idea, see what you think.
So they don't necessarily have to come with the exact picture of what they want.
Correct.
I think a lot of times you guys like to play on whatever it is that they want and tailor it to make it unique for you, your own piece, you know?
Yeah, just like some references of things that you like, or this one really speaks to me, but I want this to be tweaked a little like this picture. And especially now in the realm of the internet, we could just pull anything up at any point.
Yeah.
So people can just come in and it's like, yeah, this, boop. And typically people would just straight up trust us like, hey, I trust your vision. I've seen your work. But I always recommend just for sure having references, and please know what you want.
Don't say, oh, I don't know.
Like, I don't know what I want, but I want a tattoo. It's like, well,
oh, that's got to be the worst.
I hate sounding like the Debbie Downer, you know, like, know what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But
do you like it when somebody comes in and says, do what you want?
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. But if someone comes in, it's like, I want a tattoo and I don't know what I want. It's like, well, I can't really help you on that because I've got 5 million ideas, but I can guarantee you none of them are what you're going to want to get. Different than do what you want, and like be a regular, do what you want, versus I don't know what I want, because it happens. So
I remember hearing somebody say that at your front desk, and I remember walking out, slapping my own face, like going, oh my God.
It's like, well, then why are you here?
Yeah.
It's like, figure out what you want.
So come with references. Don't bring your kids' IDs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. It's like, absolute IDs, PSA, only state issued IDs work. School IDs don't count, work IDs don't count, and military IDs don't count, and amongst other ones. And by the way, we cannot technically scan in a military ID.
I guess I didn't realize that would be the case.
State issue IDs, driver's license, those.
Let's get to know our tattoo artist just a little bit further outside of these questions here. What's going on in your life, Kelsey?
I'm boring. I'm so boring. I Just little stuff with the shop. Every now and then, I think last time we were talking about how it's always changing. I've got stuff brewing in the on the back burner a bit to get the project going, but I'm waiting more towards the end of the year where it's a little bit of a slower season. So then it'll give me more downtime to be like, okay, I can do what I got to do, especially if it's a little invasive. So we're like, okay, you got to stop working on your client. I got to work on this thing. But to be announced, so they're more like kind of surprisey, nothing set in stone. But
maybe we'll announce these on an upcoming Tat Talk, I hope.
Yeah.
I love announcing things.
Yes. Yes, like down the road. The only other new thing is that Kira is part of the crew now. So we have our beloved Michaela, Robert, and then Kira is our fourth of our team member, and she's very talented and very sweet. And you guys should also get work done by her.
Yeah, I've seen some of her work.
Yes.
It's amazing. In your personal life, congratulations on your anniversary.
Yeah,
I know
you.
you said you and Aaron just recently went to Branson. Tell me about that.
Yes. Never been. So it's for our 2-year anniversary. We are trying every year, trying a new place that we've never been to. So it's like gives us a reason to escape, but just try somewhere we've never been.
Nice.
So like explore a bit. So this year we went to Branson and we rented out like a little house over in Branson. It's kind of off the beaten path, but it wasn't far enough to where it wasn't too much of a drive to get to places. But you're still remote enough, you're not on top of people and it's the traffic and shit. But
did you do any of the touristy Branson stuff? Yeah,
I did. So we went to like the Talking. I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. Sorry, everybody. But the Talking Caverns, I think, is one of them, which is like a brief cave tour. That's like a local cave. And I actually we got tattooed while we were there. So every place we go for every year, we're going to get a tattoo. But there's native salamanders that live in that cave. We didn't see them, but it's okay. So I got myself like a little salamander filler guy on my leg. So that was pretty sweet. There is another place we went to. I believe it's called the Butterfly Palace, and I cried.
What is it? Is it like is it really what it says it is?
Pretty much. So you go in, and it's like let's be real, anybody can go to like the zoo or like an animal place. It is kind of family, but anybody, I don't care if you're an adult, you can go. Where it's very much a learning thing, but there is an experience when you go. It's this whole big, I don't even know what you call it, like
a giant terrarium.
Yeah, to where you walk in and you have these feeders that they're like, oh, and it's like throughout the thing, there's education about the butterflies, and you get to pick up one of these feeders, and you kind of, if you're lucky and you have your arm out, they're flying around. Like there's real plants and jazz, and so many different types of butterflies just flying.
Wow.
And there's a lady in there playing her harp and everything, and it was just like this magical experience, and these butterflies would come over, and then
oh, wow.
yeah, in your little thing, and sometimes they'd land on your hat and whatever. And it was awesome. And then after we went through, and you could take your time. You're not on a time crunch when you go. And then there's this feature film that we watched afterwards about the lifestyle and the generations and the legacy of the monarch butterfly. Like where it goes through, it's like it starts from one, comes down, and then the migration, the monarch migrations, how it goes through like 3 generations of butterflies to complete the we learned a lot on this trip.
Just say nerding out here.
It's like butterfly talk with Kelsey.
I like it though. I love that part about you, how you're always willing to learn. That says something about you as an artist. That says something about you as a human being. I'm so happy to know you. One last question.
Sure.
Since we're on the subject of butterflies,
okay.
How many butterflies do you think you've tattooed in your career?
At least 10.
Okay, I was thinking hundreds, girl.
I'm sure
I was
there's
thinking
like
hundreds.
Dozens, but I don't hate doing them.
Yeah, no.
I love them. You know, as long as they're not like your boyfriend's name. You know, I'm down to pretty much do anything. Okay, add anything that's like hate crime related. You know, racist, of course.
Yeah, no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Bye. But like, I'm so down to pretty much do just about anything. Butterflies are still in the picture. The butterflies are with us.
She
still.
will not say no to your butterfly.
Yes.
She will probably not say no to most of your ideas, like she just said. I highly encourage you to get a hold of Kelsey. What's the website, or I'm sorry, the email again where they can contact you?
So our business email, if you have any questions, we welcome them. Behave. They're so it's one whole word, all lowercase, no punctuation, no apostrophe, theramshorn@yahoo.com. And then, of course, you can always pop by and say hello and check us out.
Yeah, that's the best part. She always says, stop in, because I think that's the big thing is actually stopping in to, get the ball rolling. So I think that does it for today's Tat Talk. We'll keep some of these questions. I know there's got to be one in here about Prince Albert, but we'll save that for next time. All right, so this has been Tat Talk with Kelsey Sprinkle.